Hello, this is Brian here. I just want to come to you, and this time it will be a quick video. This is my 2022 Sur Ron X. I got it in December 2021, just right there at the end, and I luckily jumped in right when they had them in stock, and I got it, and it took about a month to have it delivered to me. But awesome bike. I love it. Everything is perfect about it. So much fun riding it around. It's definitely not a pure motocross bike or a pure, street bike, as far as performance goes. But for an electric, easy to ride, easy maneuver bike, this is just an awesome machine. And anyone that would get one would be more than happy to have it. But today I want to bring to you, I've added to mine right away parts that I put on mine that I didn't want to go overboard, but I wanted to make it my own, and I wanted to personalize it and make it a little bit better. So I put a chain on it, a non-O-ring chain. I put a larger rear tooth sprocket. I put the little spacer that stiffens up the pegs in the center of the pegs so that when you stand on it, it doesn't bend them in. I put that on there. I put a Shinko 244 rear tire on this bike. I got the Luna a little bit higher rise handlebars. And then I've got some Warp 9, I think, foot pegs. And then I also got Shimano front and rear, the recommended, brake pads that increase the braking, clamping force and the stopping distance. And so all those things have worked out really, really well. And I got an extended rear fender, the one that's more formed, and it's not just like a duckbill. It looks so much better than that. So I'll put that in my description of where I got that. It's more modular, more rounded and stylish, and it looks like an actual modern motocross bike fender. But I've cut my front fender. I don't want my fender to make this look like a dirt bike, if anyone's wondering. But I'm going to show you up close what I did to here. And while my camera's a little bit further away, I always had problems routing my cables and the positioning of the little controller right here, the little display on my handlebar, along with this horn and the sport and the other function to turn down the power. It was always just like a kind of a cluster F right in this little area. So let me show you what I did. And this has probably been done by lots of people, so I'm not trying to be groundbreaking here, but a lot of people that may not be aware or are jumping into these bikes, the Talaria or this one, this will work just fine for this size, oversized bar. Check with your individual bar size and then look at the dimensions on eBay or wherever you're going to get this part, and I'll link this part to where I got it, and I really, really like this part. It's very, very solid. So let me show you without more talking. Let me bring you in here and bring the camera in closer. Okay, here we have what it looks like after I've installed this little bracket. And a lot of people are going to know about this, and it's, like I said, it's not groundbreaking, but I'm new to the Sur Ron, 6 months, and so I really like this. I moved the little display here to the center of the bike, and I took it used to fit right in here on these little clamps or these little areas where it mounts to, with two small screws right here. I put some screws back in so that there's not a way for moisture and water to get in there, but you can do whatever you want to do. You can put silicone on there, but remove these two, and then this piece, you got to work it off, kind of pull it off. It doesn't just come off, or actually this one you want to pull it up. I was trying to wiggle it up and do it the wrong way, but as you can see, you move it from here, and then you put it right here, and here's the bracket, and I'll show a link to that bracket that I got. And this bracket is very common. Luna sells theirs, but it's plastic. And this is very, very lightweight aluminum, very, very well done. And it's got a hole here, so it cuts out some weight. And it's got two screws or two little bolt heads right here that you tighten up. And just FYI, you got to slip it on the lower portion up here where it's skinnier on the handlebars, and then you got to slide it down, or else initially when I got it, I was like, man, this isn't going to fit on there. Just FYI, people will probably figure that out. But then mount this right here in the center. Look how much better and cleaner that looks, from not being over here to being right there. And I'll share with you, you can loosen these two bolts right here and pull this cover off, and it'll pull your ignition off, and your USB port is attached to that, but you can pull that out so that you can, because you're going to have excess wire left over from this, and if you want a bunch of excess wire floating around, then that's your choice. But I move my wire in and then put the extra wire down into here, into this area right here. And then I basically use the little rubber grommet, straps that came with the bike to clean it up. Look how clean that looks. This wire just kind of has a little excess and runs. There's no way to really shorten that, but it looks just perfectly fine. And then I will get some more. I want to find some larger rubber, rubber straps like this that came with two, and then put those maybe on the bar, or I have to go buy some new specialty zip ties, one that'll go right here to secure that. And right now I just have a strap that I had that's not as good looking as something that I could probably find, but you just want to secure so that wire's not dangling. But look how much cleaner that looks. And then also too, I shortened my brake cable, and I have a video on that, because this brake cable was maybe 7 inches longer than it needed to be, and it's still, I could even shorten it a little bit, but I would like to have like on motocross bikes, a cable guide that fits somewhere on here, but I haven't seen anything like that, so this just isn't flopping around. But mine is about 6 to 7 inches shorter, so I had to buy the parts from Shimano to put in here to make that work, and I can, obviously the video will show you how to do that, but shortening this cable was a big deal for me. Otherwise it came out here and hung around. So it's much shorter, and it works out really, really well. So this is a lot cleaner in my opinion, and I really am stoked about the little gauge, or the little display. That's what it looks like, and it kind of frees up, and then you get some more room. Another advantage is I like my brakes really far in, so that my one finger on my brakes, and if your brakes a lot closer to here, then you're grabbing on the wrong portion of your brake. So I like to, when I put my hands on, to have my finger go in a very specific spot. And so getting rid of the display allows you to have more room to position these components so that you can do more adjustability. So hopefully that helps everybody. And if you're new to the Surron or the Talaria or a Segway, then you can consider getting one of these little pieces and moving it over. It's pretty easy. Just take your time. Other than that, thanks for viewing. Have a great day. Hopefully this was enjoyable content and helpful for somebody. And catch me on a future video. All right, bye-bye.